Hello guys, if you're ready for some plant updates, you don't want to miss this episode. Hello plant community, my name is Pam, and if you're new to this channel, welcome. As I made a mention, this is about a plant haul update. I had a plant haul number 3 that I posted earlier. Whenever you guys get a chance, if you haven't checked it out, check it out. That was an opportunity where I actually did some unboxings, and I love sharing unboxing experiences with you guys, and I want to provide you with some updates now that a few months has passed. So let's just get right into it. I'm not going to start in no particular order, but I'm going to start with this Philodendron Friendship plant. And as you can see, you guys, it pretty much looks still pretty good. It's not, it's grown in height, so it's not as bushy as it was, I think, when I first got it, but it has grown up. I'm still trying to figure out the watering mechanism for this particular plant. When I got it, it was in this wick and grow, and I'm not too familiar with that. So this is actually the first pot that I even have in my collection that actually has this. So what I do is I just pretty much fill some water in the cash bowl that I sit it in, and I just leave it here. Because one thing that I did notice is this plant does not like to dry out too much, you guys, and it will start declining when it starts drooping of the leaves really quickly, as well as crispiness of the leaves. So I'm still working on, like I said, the watering mechanism, but me just doing it at the bottom and sticking this inside the cash bowl so that the string can draw up the water. It seems to be working, so I'm not going to change it, unless I feel that the plant is definitely declining, but so far so good with this one. But yeah, let's move on to the next one. Now, some of these plants, you guys, if you watch my plant haul part 3, is some of the plants that my husband actually gifted to me. So the next plant that I'm going to show you was actually one that he gifted, and it's my Monstera Deliciosa. I'm just going to show you guys a little footage of it because it's kind of a little bit too heavy for me to show it to you guys. So I have it sitting in my plant room right now, and I'm looking at it. And since I've had it, it has unfurled 2 leaves. And I'm excited because the 2 leaves that did unfurl, it did have some form of fenestrations. And if you take a look at it, it's starting to unfurl its 3rd leaf. And it looks like it's fenestrations as well. So hopefully that's a good indicator and a sign that it's going to start really thriving and taking off in this growing season. And as I mentioned, I have it sitting in one of my windows in my sunroom where it's getting bright and direct light. And it seems to love it. I had to wind up potting it to a size up because when I got the plant, it was extremely root bound where the roots was actually bulging out, so I had to pot it up. And I've been keeping an eye on it. I've had it like in this pot for about a few weeks now, and it seems to like it. It hasn't declined. I haven't had any signs of no yellowing leaves or anything like that. Now my next plant, which is another one my husband gifted to me, and this one is just Antherium. I just love Antheriums. I don't know which particular color it is because when I did receive it, you guys, it didn't have any blooms. So I don't know if this is a white, a pink, or red. I have no idea. But it has been doing very well, as you can see. It's very full. It's almost too full. I can't even really put the fullness of the plant in the screen for you, but just look at it. If it happens to bloom for me, I'll be happy, but it's not a requirement for me because I really love the shape of the leaves, and it just feels nice and thick. And look at this. Yeah, it's $22.99. But look at this crazy root system. I really love the structure of that. And I have it sitting like in my living room, like one of the lower light situations in my home. Now it's getting some light, but it's not as bright as the other areas in my home, and it seems to be doing fine. I just give it some water when it's dried out, and it does communicate with me because the leaves will droop down some. And I just gave it some water and it comes right back up. But I really love it. Haven't had any issues with this plant so far, so good. So yeah. Now, let's see. Another one. I think hubby got me this one too. And this is, when I did the plant haul number 3, I said that this was the Syngonium Goblow, but I'm not so sure, you guys. So if any one of y'all know exactly what species, what variety type this is, let me know down below. When I first got it too, the leaves was a little bit lighter, and it's sitting in my dining room getting some light from an east-facing window as well as my Sansi light, but I've noticed that some of the leaves more or less have gotten a little dark, but I don't care because this plant is still beautiful. I mean, look at that. Oh my goodness, this leaf is just gorgeous. And I have this one that's unfurling right here. And I just love it. It's so full. It's so lush. Now I do have this leaf that seems to be, the lower leaves that seem to be yellowing a little bit. One of the things I did notice about this is you don't want to let this plant dry completely out. It will let you know very intensely because the lower leaves will tend to get crispy. But I do know, you guys, I want to show you something. I got to repot it. And I probably may do that after I actually finish doing this video. Look at the root system, you guys. Is it ready to be repotted or what? Look at this. It is definitely time to repot, and thank goodness we're in the growing season, beginning stages, so this is an optimum time to actually do it, and it'll probably really grow like wildfire at that point. And I can't wait, so I'm excited to see what kind of growth, because the growth is already crazy, you guys. I mean, look, I can't even put it in this. It is so big, so full. Look at that. That's just so nice. So then I have my last plant, which will be my Burl Marks Fantasy, you guys. And if you notice from the actual plant haul, I did pot it up in a terracotta pot. Now I'm thinking I might need to put it on a moss pole. But look, the leaves, you guys, freaking gorgeous. Now since I've had this plant, it has given me this new leaf here. It had a little trouble unfurling, so that's why you see a little crack or split right here in this part of the leaf. Now it hasn't really grown tremendously for me, but it is, as you can see, it has a leaf right here that's just starting to come out, and hopefully this will start unfurling in a couple of days. And then it actually have another little growth point right here. I don't know if you can see that, that's actual leaf trying to come out. So it doesn't seem like it's going to be a fast grower. Maybe it will, since this is the beginning of the growing season. I really haven't had it quite that long, but I just love the leaves. I let the soil dry out and give it a drink. And I have it sitting directly in front of one of my Sansi light, where it's just getting that nice, bright, direct hit of the Sansi light. But what I have noticed too is when it is getting more light, the leaves is changing in the color. You see how it looks a little light right here and right here. But if I don't give it that much bright light, the color of the leaf would be a little bit more, I guess, richness in the green color. But I love it nonetheless. And I'm glad that it's part of my collection. So that's pretty much the updates, you guys, for these plants. Comment below, you guys. I'm interested to know which plants you have that I just showcased today that's part of your collection. Any care tips? Let's start an open dialogue and just grow this plant community together. So as I mentioned, that's the end of the video, you guys. And keep in mind, if you love foliage as much as I do, and you love listening to planting things, you know what to do. Subscribe to this channel. Give me a thumbs up and a thumbs down. Any support you guys can give me, I'll truly appreciate it. Enjoy your day wherever you are in the world. And until next time, guys, much love. Bye.